Well, here we are. It all comes down to this. Tomorrow is going to be... It's going to be a tough old day. India might already have too much. Maybe they're about 500 short. Doesn't feel like it right now, but all I know is tomorrow is going to be a very, very difficult day. And you know what? It's thanks to Big Basket Now.
रूठेगा भाई रूठेगा जब खिलौना टूटेगा रूठेगा भाई रूठेगा जब खिलौना टूटेगा
This is Baby Now and this is BB Now. मतलब Big Basket Now, delivering in 10 minutes.
जीतेगा भाई जीतेगा
That doesn't make any sense, but hey, here we are. Pezza, an extraordinary day. The game accelerated so much today. Rishabh, extraordinary. Bowling, very good. Too much happened for my small internet brain to handle it all, and I'm scared. I guess I'm scared.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
Of course. And when we're scared, we retreat to tribalism. Take one side, black and white as a metaphor only, and just go hard as much as you can. Today, for me, is about Rishabh Pant. 60 off 30 is the difference between the teams. I think that what he did today was art. I felt it was Gary Sobers-esque. Nobody has been able to master this pitch. I wonder whether he followed Gautam Gambhir's instructions. I hope that Gautam Gambhir claims it, to be honest.
Right.
But what we saw today from him, I sense will be the difference between both teams. Now, that doesn't mean that when Australia commences their innings, I won't expect them to win. That's a dichotomy someone needs to understand psychologically.
Yeah.
But today, for me, was about Rishabh.
Yes. I don't know if he was following Gigi's advice, but it certainly wasn't Sonny Gavaskar's advice. Let's just put it like that. I know Australian players have aggressive players. Beau Webster can be aggressive. I suppose he batted really nicely today, of course. Travis Head, probably the most guy for India's Rishabh. Constance has obviously done some things as well. But what Pant did today, I don't think Australia has someone that can do it that well. I don't think anyone in world cricket has been able to do what he did today. And there is an element of luck. Like Steve Smith spoke about, on these pitches, you have to get a bit lucky. But
No.
he wasn't playing and missing that much. I mean, he did a couple of times, but he was just scrunting balls over the rope consistently. And it's oh my God, no one else can do it except for him. And I don't know if India might already have too much.
It was a great day for slug, all things considered, right? I mean, what's the stat? Has a debutant scored more runs than anybody else until Pant's innings?
Yes.
Until slug, but I felt like when he bowled at Rishabh, it was a bit here's a world-class player going, this guy bowls medium pace. And on the deck, should we talk about the deck? A lot of people want to talk about the deck.
It's a fucking shit tip. It's a shit tip.
For a very, very, and we'll say this in retrospect, but for a very, very, very long time, we've lamented the deadness of the SCG deck. And last year during the BGT, with India 2-1 up at home, going to Ahmedabad,
yes,
they knew what to do with that fucking deck. And the one time we need a dead SCG wicket, we serve up the liveliest, greenest deck of all time.
The biggest result deck of all time.
Absolutely.
Lottery stuff.
Sydney, 5 years behind the plate once again.
God.
How good would a dead SCG deck have been this game?
I'd kill for one right now.
Slug, 100. Steve Smith, 10,000 runs. Now he's stuck on the nervous 9,990.
Classic, yeah.
Yeah, absolute classic.
Yeah.
It's just empty beer, plastic bottles walking around here. But this is a lively deck, and I feel like, of course, when Australia starts their innings, I'll expect to win maybe with 8, 9 wickets in hand.
Yeah.
But right now, I feel like India has a decent amount of runs.
Khawaja 60, Constance 40, Mana sort of 35, not out. Job done pretty easy in the end.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm going to guess that the Australian players would be fucking livid at the state of this deck. If I had to guess, I don't know. I'm just guessing. Yesterday, I said how exciting it was. I mean, I said a lot of things yesterday that upset people, but there's a lot of
And that was a disgrace what you said, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't realise it at the time as I was listening to a normal person talk, but once I read the tribalism, I actually changed my mind. So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yesterday I said how it was great that the Sydney deck had some personality to it, and now I'm this is a fucking unplayable. This is the worst deck of the summer. Now, like the Australian team have wanted to play on these style of decks when it suits us. Now, like somehow it's gotten to a position where it feels like, and it might be some bias, it feels like Australia have won 85% of the days of Test cricket, and it feels like it's going to be 2-2. And we fucking smashed them 2-2 in the BGT, and India's going to go home with the trophy again. And you know what? Fair fucks them. They are so hard to beat. Anyway, that's how I feel about it as a whole. But when I watch Rishabh take down Stark started poorly in the third innings of the game here. He started poorly, but when he came back, Rishabh just hoiked him into the ladies' stand 3 times in a row.
Oh, man. And before that, by the way, to be fair to Jaiswal in particular, that first over where like Jaiswal calculated that Stark wasn't getting it right, Jaiswal's been dismissed by Stark several times in the first over.
Yep.
And that was excellent opening batting from Jaiswal and KL Rahul, knowing on a third innings with a lively deck that runs were at an absolute premium.
Yep.
Runs become more valuable because there's fewer of them, right? And especially as the game goes on. But I just think the confidence of Jaiswal to like play full flowing free shots off Mitchell Stark, who's knocked him over a few times, to get India away, to get that tamasha going. For KL Rahul to join him, that's 42 runs before they get a wicket. That like at 6 and over.
6 and over.
That was hot. That was really hot from them, and it could be the difference again.
Shout out for Boland, who bowled exceptionally well again. Looked like the most threatening bowler. It's at the stumps consistently. That seems to be the key. It's a little bit fuller. It's the right trajectory, I suppose, for this deck, in that it's more likely to induce maybe some LBWs or maybe 3 bowls. KL Rahul, Jaiswal, and was there another bowler I'm thinking of? No, he nicked off Kohli again at doing the thing that Kohli does. So
Kohli, rinse and repeat.
Yeah, that's right. So that was kind of a sad end actually, because Kohli was fucking livid with himself as well when he nicked it to Steve Smith, who caught one. So I don't know, but it's
all right. Well, let's go to the main thing right now. So how many ahead are India? 140.
135. Is it 140? What the last one?
I reserve the right to make it general. The In 10 segment, thanks to Big Basket Now. What are you talking about here? Here goes. In 10 minutes for Big Basket Now, electronics, apparel, toys, medicinal substances, maybe not.
Toys out of the pram kind of stuff for me
tonight. Both countries. Countries.
Patrons included.
Yeah.
They're 145 in front, by the way, India. 145
okay,
in front.
thank you.
Yeah.
The status of Bumrah, right? Yeah. Because this whole series has basically been for Australia, when is Bumrah bowling and when is he not bowling? Right? Yeah. Although when he goes off the field, then his countrymen step up. Yeah. To be fair to them,
Siraj bowled today.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But can you update me on his status, because I'm getting some celebrity underground car park stuff he's walking on. But is it Jimmy Jack? Is it the Mark Coyne, Peter Coyne?
I mean, I was half expecting to see Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, and The Rock down there.
It really was. It was like that. It was a handheld
WWF stuff, before WWE, before the World Wildlife Federation. Damn it! What is it?
Damn it!
Fuck. Mistakes. I don't know what he's done. There's been some speculation that he did have
conjecture.
Yeah, there's been some conjecture that it's a back issue because he had some back surgery. Yeah. It could be a wagon issue in tribute to a wonderful wagon back there. It could be a back issue because he's been carrying India for the past 5 Test matches. It could be some elbow tendonitis from the hyperextension stuff. I'm not sure.
It's an optical illusion.
These are things that might be happening. I don't know. There has been some chat in the media centre today that he won't care about what any prospective damage might do if he bowls again, missing the Champions Trophy in Pakistan. Oh, sorry. Well, some of the games
not for India.
They say there's been some chat that he won't care about that. This is the main thing. This is the big thing.
So what we're saying is, if Jasprit Bumrah comes back to bowl in the second innings for India, India prioritises Test cricket.
Yes.
Is that it?
That's right. So
he's saving Test cricket. Their position on the formats of the game relies on whether Bumrah takes the field or not?
Yes. Now, I'm guessing that it's not great if he's the captain mid-innings going off in civvies to a hospital to get scans. I'm guessing that's not a good sign. But
scans is never a good word when it comes to like bowling later in a game. Yeah. He's left the field for scans.
Yeah.
That's just my it's been my experience in life.
Yeah. So, but again, shockingly, there's not a whole heap coming out of from the Indian media manager. So hard to say what's happening.
So we're going to find out.
We're going to find out, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
Induced in time stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Click in.
They'll let us know.
Okay. Australia's batting. He goes to go back to the start of the day where
Yeah.
Absolutely flawless.
Absolutely
stuff.
flawless.
Yeah,
Now there's a
Dexter,
song.
How do you where are you landing? You know, and I know you're gonna be damaged because you dared to suggest that Sam Constas shouldn't have sledged one of the great bowlers of all time. Where are you gonna land now, mate? Great innings from Constas, and it was really good to see a little bit of debonair work from him.
I would say, if talking about Constas, because it's so hard to like talk about the Australian batting without the idea of Constas looming large over this entire
It's the
thing.
only way to loom. There's no other way.
I like the idea that it's something for the eyes. I mean, I like the idea that it's something. Now, like, I don't know how well the plan is being executed, but at least it is a plan.
No. That's not what's happening. There's no way that Andrew McDonald and Pat Cummins knew what they were getting with this kid right now. I'm sure he's going to play very, very well. This is true prefrontal cortex stuff. I'm happy to call it out.
Yeah.
Straight up. There's zero chance this team was like, happy to take this on board. Now, he scores 23. It's fine. It's good.
Yeah.
There's generational discussions to be had. And he's not the only story of Australia's innings, by the way. He makes 23, so it kind of works.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm just saying, to back you up for yesterday, it's the like a reverse ramp followed by clearing the front leg followed by down the deck stuff. There's a what are the words for this? There's a brain chemistry thing going on with that, and I'm sure he'll fix it at some point. But at this stage, it's not happening. And that, you know what? No one's going to say it. That's what everybody is thinking.
But what about when Rishabh did it? What about when Rishabh Pant did it, mate?
Yeah, well, I mean,
what's the difference between that, mate?
Well, I'll tell you, the ends justify the means. Like, no, that is the truth. We all commentate in retrospect.
Yeah.
And that's why Constas' innings in Boxing Day was good.
Yeah.
Because he scored 60.
Yeah.
Right? But Punt scored runs today, changed the game.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. I mean, that is fucking annoying, I gotta say.
Throw it off.
I can't throw it off.
Yeah.
I cannot throw it off. Sorry. If you hear a lot of wind and background noise, I apologise. It's extremely windy up here again at the SCG, so apologies if there's any sort of noise complaints here. But that's how it is. Anyway, look, outside of that, mate, to be honest, I thought Steve Smith actually looked really good and really calm and composed. I thought Beau Webster was outstanding.
Yep.
That's got to annoy a lot of people, a lot of Cameron Bancroft fans. Shout out to Bangers and Dan Sams, by the way. And I don't know if you saw the head clash last night, mate. It was fucked up. It was seriously fucked up. I hope those guys are both doing well and they're okay. But that's going to annoy a lot of Bancroft fans because they've picked a guy in Beau Webster who's been doing consistently well at Shield cricket, and it's like, now it's actually translated in the one innings he's played so far. I can see why that would annoy a lot of people, but he's contributed in the game with catching. He's bowled a lot of overs and he's batted really well.
Yeah.
So, and he's been doing that at Shield level. So,
and dare I say, on top of batting with some aggression and at a good clip, he's batted properly. He has batted properly, he has put some bad balls away, but there is also that. I thought Carey looked nice as well, mate. But it's so hard, mate. The kryptonite of around the wicket on these decks, like at the stumps, no one knows which way it's seaming. It looks hard. It looks bloody hard, man. But and that's why I already think India might already have too much, because if Bumrah bowls especially, mate, how are Australia getting 145 on this deck? I mean, unless something drastically changes, or someone does something extraordinary like Rishabh did. Constance. Constance. Well, as soon as he fails, I'm putting the N back into that name, the second N, that is. And I reserve the right. Hey, that's a huge miss for me, mate. You're a disgrace. Shout out to Boland's ball to Jaiswal, by the way. I think that's Harris-esque. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Okay, final thing. He goes, #AskTGC. This will go well, given that it's definitely been looked at by me. And is it thanks to Big Basket? It's a great question. Wow, everyone stopped replying, it says. One tick. Wow, I'm scrolling. Fuck. The fuck pigs are up and about today. He goes, well, they're very annoying. Moses, Lord on high. Getting the call out. Okay, all right, fuck off, not the time. Pay pigs rioting. Someone else writes Coburg Lake Glory Hole. Yeah. Why do I fucking care so much? Is his weakness? Yeah, I know. That's the annoying thing, and it stems from a fear, right? Because I mean, Australia's been so all good, right, mate. Yeah. Cheers. Thank you, brother. I know. Hey, your generation's had a good time. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, we are scared because, I mean, Australia's been so good in the series, and maybe they've shit-tipped themselves. I mean, hoisted by their own petard, Pezza, by requesting these kind of decks, and India outperformed us in apparently 1.5 out of... so far out of 5 test matches. Bit of rain in there, you know?
Annual Sydney rain, where is?
Yeah, there's cloud seeding stuff, definitely, yeah.
Did the SCG curator just receive a house and land package in Mumbai?
I'd love to know some private conversations about how they feel. I mean, we actually saw in India when Rahul Dravid, formerly coach of the side, addressed the indoor pitch staff who were wearing BCCI kit, saying like that was spinning too much, you know?
SCG members now supportive of Indigenous athletes. What changed? Good shout out for Goodsy. I didn't realise the members had an issue with Goodsy.
I don't know if
hey,
it
mate,
was.
Can you fuck up? just be careful, please. Please. I know. I've been champed on my own show. No, seriously. You're very close.
Yeah.
You're very close.
Honestly. So what are we? We're doing a podcast?
Asia versus Asia Pacific Century, how distinguish?
Asia versus Asia Pacific. Good question. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Is it wrong that I want to watch Slug with my wife?
No, but Slug has been a find, hasn't he? I mean, like, not really a fine. He's just a guy.
Yeah.
This guy's unbelievable. Yeah.
Well, some people are very, very confident.
Yeah, very confident. Yeah.
Can Fred Hollows have a whip round for some ice for Kawadra and Smith?
That's harsh on Smith. He's gone back-to-back tons. It's got a nice 30 today, so that's harsh.
What you have to understand about the Finger Bash League is that it got its name from by players from the same team trying to Pekovsky each other into next week. And watch that one. And have a look at that one. Okay, last one. If a box is a piece of equipment to protect the penis, does Slug's thigh guard count as a box? Always safe going back to Slug, eh?
Biggest box on record. Shout out to that guy who's just had an absolute storming day out and trying to ruin the podcast and also break about several $1,000s worth of equipment. So there you go. When you see a camera, things happen.
He'd have 3 properties minimum.
And he champ business, so there you go. Yeah. Normal stuff all round. Good stuff from the SCG members. Hey, a shout out to you guys for viewing this and getting around it. Tomorrow's just a huge day, isn't it? Nervousness on
Trophy.
I cannot. India's going to be so excited by the potential. Question: do you think they've already got too much?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I think things can happen. There you go. There's a big piece of philosophy.
Have you got a number?
Happen.
Like 200 feels enormous.
I just think that the game of cricket never transpires the way that it did on that day previously.
Yeah.
So, it could flatten, anything could happen, and we'll just commentate it in retrospect as though we knew.
As if we all knew.
But we really don't.
Yeah.
I think that it's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
I think both teams want this trophy badly.
Game ends tomorrow?
I think it's so good. The game, we are talking about who takes home the BGT tomorrow.
Oh my God, there you go. Who takes home the BGT tomorrow? Let us know in the comments. See you guys tomorrow. Oh God.